Bar Heights here at Supreme Courts, Gunnersville, week 4 of our play dates, and we're joined by Coach Rob Murphy of Whitesburg Christian, Isaiah Matthews, Katie Ragland, and Caleb Robinson. You can follow them at Whitesburg _Varsity Boys _ basketball. So, Coach, how do you feel like it went out there today? You got a couple of games under your belt. Saw your team play really intense, playing really hard. How'd it go?
You know, played well. Guys played hard. We're excited to have everybody back this season. We're not quite there yet with everybody back. We're missing 3 or 4 guys right now who will be big contributors in the regular season. So for us to come out here today and play hard and play well, and you know, we did not win either game today, but for us to be in the game late in both games with a really depleted squad today, I was really proud of the effort these guys brought today.
Well, before we get to the kids, you talked about that depleted squad just a little bit. And like last year, having a couple of guys go down to injury, you had someone moving into the school this year. Everybody back. There are some big expectations for this program and this team this year. Is that correct?
Absolutely. We get everybody back plus 3 guys who did not either play last year or play all the season last year. So we'll have 2 guys back who tore ACLs in the middle of the season. We'll actually have another guy back who just tore his ACL last weekend, starter, senior. He should be back by the back half of the season. And then we'll have a young man named William Pugh who transferred in, sat out last year, sat out this summer, and he'll be eligible for the regular season.
There is excitement in your voice, you can tell, that you're looking forward to this season. So we have an all-area performer sitting next to you, Isaiah Matthews, and Isaiah, if you will, I want to focus on your teammate, and we'll go down the line here, and let's focus on what each one does well. First, if you will, speak about Caleb, and speak about what Caleb Robinson sitting next to you, sophomore guard. What does he do well for your team?
Well, when Caleb got to varsity, he was a young guy. Mentally, he wasn't there, but I seen progress, as I was mentoring him in practice, showing him the ways. He got strong mentally, and he's able to handle the ball and help out when I'm getting trapped or getting double teamed. He's able to go get a bucket and handle it well.
Well, Coach, it's obvious kind of to see why Isaiah is one of the captains of this team. You can tell, good teammate, very well spoken. Caleb, for you, talk about KD a little bit, the young buck of the group. You know, he's coming up in here. All of a sudden, he's throwing up 30 pieces here, there. What does he do well, and what do you like about his game?
Man, he's very special. Very young dude. It's crazy that he's in 8th grade. And he just comes out here. We'll get him mentally prepared, but man, when you get him going in game, he's hard to stop. Just young dude. He's got a lot ahead of him. Big future.
Well, and these teammates are, this year is the year you got to learn from them, and it'll be your pedigree going forward, you and Caleb. So speak about this upperclassman over here, this all-area Isaiah Matthews. What is it about his mentorship and just his role on this team that you like, and what is he really, really, really good at for this club?
Isaiah, he's always been there for me, mentoring me, helping me through everything. Not just on the basketball court, he helps me at school, all the time. He's just a great person to be around and a great teammate.
So, Coach, this 2A area, there is a pedigree here with a Tanner. Anytime you see a Tanner in 2A, they've always kind of been there, even 25. Well, I'm going to tell you how many years ago back when I played, but you remember that green and white when it came to Tanner. So what do you guys have to do adding these pieces from now until, let's say, area tournament final to be where you want to be to compete with not only Tanner but all the other teams in your area?
Yeah, so with Tanner, it's going to be a physical and athletic game. We have to make sure that we're ready to handle the pressure, and we will be ready. And this past year, so the year before we actually beat them twice. And then this past year, we lost twice. Second one was 61-59. So brutal game at home. If we had won that, we would have hosted the area tournament. So that was a tough day for us, but these guys played really well. That was actually Caleb's kind of coming out party there. Caleb, because Tanner was double teaming Isaiah all game, every game, making somebody else do something. Caleb watched the extra film and did the extra work and got ready to run the show in that second Tanner game, and had around 20, 25 points, a bunch of assists, played a great game. So to have Isaiah and Caleb both this year as handlers, as well as William, who's going to come in and be a handler for us as well, we should be in great shape against that pressure. We're excited.
We talked a little bit about you guys' strengths, so now I'll ease into some weaknesses. Isaiah, what is a weakness that you've got to work on between now and the rest of the summer before the season that maybe coaches told you, maybe that you know's got to get better so you will get to that level he wants you to be at when it comes to your tournament time?
Definitely positivity. Sometimes I get frustrated when we get down. The other team goes on a big run. I get frustrated. So like staying mentally prepared and locked in, staying positive with the younger guys, keeping them like uplifted. I think that's gonna help.
It's a wonderful answer. So Caleb, what about you? What's a couple of things that you might tweak or get better at going into the season?
I think I could always get more shots up and just stay better conditioned so I can play all 4 quarters and just keep on going.
We talk about that a lot, and that's one of our big focuses here is like getting game reps and shooting when you're tired and then going back to the gym and doing it again when you don't want to go do it. So 8th grader, you got a long time to do that. But like we saw that you can shoot it. We know there's some talent here. What do you got to tighten up before this season starts for your team and your teammates?
When I see like Isaiah struggling, I'll try to like make my own shot, take a bad shot instead of like passing it around, getting a better shot for the team.
Well, Coach, it's really obvious that these guys are being schooled in basketball. What is your expectation for you as a coach to grow this season to get over that hump individually as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So, for us coming off a frustrating season, there were 4 or 5 games we lost by less than 3 points, 3 points or less. So, for me, the question is, how do I put those guys in better position to succeed? How do I put us in better position to win those games down the stretch when it comes down to the wire? How do I make sure that we're conditioned? How do I make sure that we have had reps in those types of situations? How do I make sure that we have everything in the bag that we need from an X's and O's standpoint to be one step ahead and win the chess match when the game's on the line?
Well, guys, thank y'all for joining us today. We will be following Whitesburg Christian throughout the course of the year, and just thank you for coming to Supreme Course and being a part of our play dates. Good luck on the season.